Getting accepted into Amazon merch can feel like you're banging your head against a brick wall, especially for those of you who've tried and gotten denied already. The worst part is they don't even tell you why they denied you. In this guide, I'm laying out what I did to get accepted on my first try and what's worked for many people who paid attention. So stick around because Amazon merch is not your average t-shirt platform. It's the golden goose of t-shirt platforms. Case in point, I didn't upload for 5 months and I still sold over $70,000 in t-shirts and made over $18,000 in royalties in just December in tier 8,000. Amazon's rammed with shoppers ready to buy and they make it super easy with their one-click checkout. But they're kind of playing hard to get and it's definitely way more exclusive. It's got way tighter gates than a platform like Etsy or TeePublic where you can create an account and start selling right now. But trust me, getting accepted in Amazon merch is totally worth the effort and my earnings on Amazon dwarf what I make on any other site from a time versus effort perspective. Amazon Merch on Demand is a platform where you can upload designs to a bunch of products like t-shirts, phone cases, and pillows that'll be sold on Amazon. And when a customer buys something, Amazon prints, packages, and ships your item with Prime to the customer. That's it. No inventory, no shipping, and no customer service headaches. Just design and upload. Make sure you like and subscribe because I've got a lot more Amazon merch content on the way, including my bestseller checklist where I tell you how to make real money on Amazon merch and my best selling niches of all time. Now, Amazon doesn't tell us exactly what their criteria is for acceptance, so if anyone says they have a foolproof plan, do not buy it. This though is what has worked over and over for many people. So when you're at the Amazon website now, it's gonna ask you to sign in. If you don't have an Amazon account yet, no worries, just make one really quickly right on the spot. Once you're in, you got some stuff to fill out. First, they'll ask whether you're an individual or a business. FYI, it's totally cool to say you're an individual. That's what I did, and I just used my regular name for the business name part. Next step, they'll want to know what country you're from, plus some personal details like where you live, your email address, and phone number. Just make sure you're being 100% transparent and giving them real and true information. Honesty counts here. Then let's talk about getting paid. Direct deposit is the way to go if your bank is on good terms with Amazon. If not, Payoneer will be your backup. Pretty straightforward, similar to PayPal, but your Payoneer account will need to be functional and verified, which can take a day or two from what I've told. So make sure you do that first. And now into the tax info. It'll ask for your social security number or tax identification number. For my Canadian fam, when it asks for your TIN, just plug in your social insurance number. This lets Amazon know that because of tax agreements between Canada and the USA, they don't need to hold on to taxes on your behalf. If you don't enter your SIN number, they might hold up to 30% of your royalties each month, and you don't want that. Again, paramount, stick to the truth when filling this out. Amazon doesn't take any chances. Think of it as if they're just looking for a reason to deny you again, so don't give them one. Agree to receiving electronic tax documentations and sign with your full name, and then you're pretty much done with the business end of the stick. Once you're done with the personal info and how you want to get paid, next is the most important part of your Amazon merch application. This is where you really got to shine. It's about showing Amazon what you got and why you're worth their time. You need to tell them, hey, I've got something good to offer you. Now, there's a part in the application I didn't have when I first applied. It's a drop-down menu where you can pick what kind of seller you are. You'll see choices like app developer, school, small business, and a few more. But my tip for you is to go with novelty t-shirt business. I've told a bunch of people to try this, and it seems like it works, and many have gotten in on the first try. And here's a shout out to all the Etsy sellers. If that's you and you've got some cool, non-infringing designs up there, plus some decent sales, tell Amazon about it. Use it like a portfolio. If you've gotten a trademark for your business, that's a big plus because now you're showing them that you understand intellectual property, what it is, and that you're not going to be a liability for them. If you have an Etsy shop with little to no sales though, then don't include it. And if you don't have one, don't sweat it. Most people don't, and it's definitely not a deal breaker. Just make sure to communicate clearly that you have thoroughly read and understand Amazon's terms of use. You want to let them know that you have a solid understanding of trademark laws and that you're committed to neither producing nor distributing any products that would infringe on trademarks or copyrights. This acknowledgement demonstrates your appreciation for the significant effort Amazon invests in monitoring and removing people who repeatedly infringe. I always suggest saying something like this, and it has worked for many for the last 3-4 years. I have a thorough understanding of trademark laws and have no intention of producing or selling any designs that would violate trademarks, copyrights, or infringe on intellectual property of other people. Like I said, you need to make sure that they know that you will not be a liability for them. By indicating that you have read, reread, and intend to abide by their guidelines, you will set your application apart from the others, and it's crucial in this part of your application to position yourself as a valuable contributor to Amazon, but make sure you do it in a way that's neither boastful or too modest. Think confidence, but not cockiness. So you send off your application now, filled with your passion, your designs, and your clean record. Now, while you wait for Amazon's response, don't just sit around. Keep honing your craft. Work on new designs, new niche research, refine old ones, take a design lesson, and maybe even explore other platforms or marketing strategies for your artwork. This isn't just wait around time. It's prep time for when you do get that green light from Amazon. About the mindset, getting into Amazon merch is a big goal, but it's not the be all end all. Use this time to build your brand and your online presence and your portfolio. Whether it's through social media, your own website, or other marketplaces, every little bit helps build your credibility and your sales pitch for if you need to reapply. But it's just good practice to grow your business in general. If you try and don't get in, don't give up. Try again with a different email address and a better pitch. Take a good look at what you can change, maybe spruce up some of your designs, or add more details about your success on other platforms. Let them know you're a designer and treat it like a job interview, and show them that you're serious and that you know what you're talking about. You're pretty much saying to Amazon, hire me and my designs and I'll make us both some cash. Keep it real, keep it clear, and make them see that they'd be better with you than without you. Be professional and gracious, but don't beg. You want to sound like somebody they'd want to work with. And if writing is not your strong suit or English isn't your first language, maybe get a buddy to check over your application. You really want to make sure that it's easy to read and makes sense. A few typos or weird sentences can make a big difference in how seriously they take you. Because I mean, what are your designs going to look like if you don't have a good command of the English language, right? Here's 3 massive tips. Do not rely on Google Translate if you're not a native English speaker. Do not tell them how many times you've been rejected. I don't know why, but people seem to think this is a good idea for some reason. It's not. And 3, do tell them if you have a social media following or any way you intend to drive additional traffic to their site. Now, if Amazon comes back with a congratulations, you're in, awesome. That's your cue to kick things into high gear. Remember though that starting on Amazon merch means you're at the bottom rung of their tier system. You'll likely be able to upload only a few designs at first, but more and more people are getting in and starting at tier 1000 instead of tier 10. So this is your chance to prove yourself. Focus on quality, not just quantity, and make those first few designs count. Watch what sells, learn from it, and use that knowledge to guide your next designs. And watch this for how to find top selling niches and make awesome designs that will sell.